Okay, now we've looked at one way that you can create a link list, and that is by having we used blog list, and that puts in not only the title of the blog, but also the title of the most recent article. Another kind of list you could use is just a plain list of the blog titles with the link just to the blog and not the list of not including the most recent article. Now, you're going to be asked to add two blocks to your blog. One, the blog roll of your class participants, and I see that I spelled it participant, and it should say participants, so I'll click edit, and I'll just add that S so that it makes more sense, and click save. There we go. But the other block that you're going to be asked to add is you are going to be asked to put in 2 or 3 blogs, links to blogs of other blogs of interest. So blogs that you would like to follow, blogs that you've discovered, blogs that you'd like to recommend to other people. So that's the box that I'll create now. So again, I'll just go to add a gadget, and I'm going to come down here, and instead of choosing blog list, I'm going to choose link list. So I'm going to click on that. And now this I'm going to title Other Blogs of Interest. Okay. You can give yours a similar title so we know which block is which in your sidebar. Now it says number of links to show in list. And then next to that empty box, it says leave blank to show all the links. And that's what I'm going to do, is just leave it blank. Instead of trying to guess how many I'm going to put in there, I'm just going to leave it blank. And then however many links are there will all show. Not really sure why you would want to have only some of them show, because then there's kind of no point in having them all there. For sorting, you again have a drop down, and you can choose don't sort. You can have it sort alphabetically or sort reverse alphabetically. I'm going to leave it at don't sort, and in a few minutes I'm going to show you why. Then you need to put in the site URL. So I just need to, again, copy that from a blog. So I'm going to go to David Warlick's 2 cents worth blog, which actually has a little bit of a different look since I created the first video that you saw where I showed you his blog. But I'm just going to copy the link, the URL from up here. So again, I'm going to highlight that in the address bar, and I'm going to just do Control-C to copy it. And then I'm coming back over to Blogger. Now, here where it says new site URL, I don't want to just click and paste, because then I'm going to get 2 HTTPs and then the link won't work. So I'm going to highlight across that, and then I'm going to do Control-V to paste. And now I've got the web address of David Warlick's blog. Now, when we did in part 3, we did the blog list. Once you put in the URL, it automatically put in the title of the blog based on what it found at that URL. In this case, when we're doing just a link list, it's not going to automatically put in the title. So you need to put the title in. So I'm going to call this, I could just say 2 cents worth, because that's what his blog is called. Or if I want to give a little more information so that I know what's what, I could say David Warlick's 2 cents worth blog. If you're using this style for your class participants blog lists, again, you could use just the title of their blog, like Megan's blog. Actually, here, let's go back and take a look here for a second. For instance, I could use just the title, 006.7 Jam, or I could say Megan's 006.7 Jam blog, whatever you want to do so that it's descriptive. Let me come back to Blogger once again and my window that I'm working in. So once I've put the title in, then I just click Add Link. And now you see it listed down here. And now I'm going to put in another one. So I'm just going to go to another blog. This is Will Richardson's. I'm going to highlight up here and Control C to copy and go back over to Blogger and again highlight and then Control V to paste. And this is Will Richardson's web blog dash ed blog. Okay, and I'm going to click add a link. Now it is listing them down here in the order that I added them. So I'll put David Warlick at the bottom, Will Richardson next on top. Over on the left hand side you'll see some buttons. The far left says edit. So if I wanted to come back in here, I thought, wow, that's really a long name. I don't want it that long. I just want Weblog Ed. I could click edit and then I could change the title. I could make it just, oops, I could delete that part and make it just Weblog Ed and click save. Now I've changed it. Okay, same thing for David Warlick. If I wanted to delete it, I made a mistake, I didn't like it after all, I put in the wrong link, whatever. I have it in there twice, there's a delete. Okay. Then also there is an up and down arrow. That may be difficult to see in this video. But right now, if I wanted David Warlick's on top, his has an up arrow, so I would just click that up arrow and it put his up at the top. By the same token, the one that's on top has a down arrow. So no matter how long your list is, when you have chosen don't sort, it allows you to manually sort them and put them in the order you want them. Okay? Again, personal preference, you can sort them alphabetically, reverse alphabetically, or you can manually sort them in whatever way you want. And when I'm finished, I just click save. And now you'll see I have an additional block, which it put on top over here. Now again, I'm not stuck with this. It's always going to put the most recently created or edited block on top. But if I don't want that, if I want my blog roll of class participants to be first, I can move these also. Right here on the left hand side, it's probably hard to see in the video, there's like a little series of tiny dots, like a texture to the box. If I just grab that and drag the box, then I can change the order of the blocks. When I've changed anything on this layout page, I have to click the save button up here in the top right corner. So I'm going to click save, and then I get this yellow box that says that my changes have been saved, and I can click here to view my blog. And now you see my two different styles of list. Again, this was the one we did in the part 3 video, which was blog list, which put the title of the blog and then the title of the most recent article, both with links. This is the other style that I just showed you, and this puts just the title of the blog and takes me to the blog. In creating these two blocks for your blog, you can use whichever style you want. You can do both of them with this style, where it includes the title and the article. You can do both of them with this style, so that you have just the title. You can do one of each like I did, whatever you want to do, because this is your blog. And that wraps up how to link your blog.